Welcome back, everybody. Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream with your boy Risky. And today we're going to be doing something that I put in the Discord, in the fan Discord, to see what everybody thought was a good idea. And it seems like everybody thought it was a pretty decent idea to go ahead and do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and we've got ourselves a little bit of a fun, creative idea going on today. So hopefully we enjoy ourselves. And yeah, so let's get on into this. So we're gonna go ahead and resize this. To 1920 1080 because that is what we stream in mostly. And we're gonna go ahead and start with a blank canvas. We're gonna open up some of our reference stuff. So we've got ourselves the shield logo. I don't think that there's any other reference information or reference details that we want to put in. At least not right now. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, I don't really know where to go from here. Actually, open up. Stream elements and see if they have an overlay maker still. I think they do. I could have sworn it has streaming tools away. Oh, there it is. New overlay. I don't want a widget. I don't even know if this is going to be super helpful. What is up, Yankee? I know it's been a long time. Sorry, man. I've been really having a hard time doing stuff, getting things. It has been 5 years now. Holy mackerel! Honestly, I don't know how long I've had in a new New tab. Can I... Yeah, it's been a long time. One of my first videos was released February 7th, 2017. Yikes. So yeah, it's been a long time. Friend's channel is coming out of fifth grade. Now you're oh my goodness. Holy mackerel. I feel old now. I mean, if it's any consolation, I'm 25 now. Like, as of September 11th, I'm 25. So it's been quite a wild ride. I don't think the Stream Elements overlay editor builder is gonna really be helpful, because I think that's for like importing it into OBS through Stream Elements, which I don't use anymore. Honestly, this is how I usually do it. Is I just go and find a wallpaper that I like, and then I cut it up and edit it however. I actually really like this one. This one looks really good. I just like that wallpaper in general. Can I find that 1920 by 1080? I might set that as my new wallpaper. Large. What size is this image? 16 by 900. Dang, that's a really good wallpaper. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. I know, like, I've been trying to stream more recently, mostly because, like, I've finally just made a decision on what I'm gonna start trying to stream. Like, at first I was like, I'm gonna stream a bunch of Minecraft. Or not stream, but I was gonna try and release videos on Minecraft. Well, that doesn't really... I don't know, it doesn't really satiate my, like, creative... Or not even creative, just my, like... It doesn't keep me in the loop. Like, I have... Like, I have a pretty decent, like, thing that I started, and then I kind of just got burnt out because none of the stuff that I was doing was recording and properly saving, so, like, I haven't been able to do it. So... yeah. Harambe. So stupid. I don't know. I really like this one though. Really do. Let's see if it scales to 1920 by 1080. Not as well as I was hoping. That's not the one I was wanting. maintain aspect ratio 1920. Okay, so it does not scale to. I'm gonna do this. You can't expand the image in an editor. I mean I can, but so like I was saying, it doesn't like scale as well. Going from a smaller image to a larger image because it has to extrapolate some of the lines and they don't come out as crisp as they are like if you take a larger image to a smaller one. And so I was trying to find a larger one to, yeah, and that doesn't do it justice either. Da, da, da. Oh, this isn't wrong. Yeah. I mean, I guess if it was cropped to be 1920 by 1080, it might actually be just fine. Let's do that. Let's open that one and see. Yeah, that comes out way better. Because it doesn't have, like, the lines are crisp. Let me see if I can pull up the original. Actually, we want this one. Copy image. It'll copy it at 1080. And we're going to just start a new. So it's 1000 by 600. And if we were to... Not that. 1920, 1080. Like, you can see the fuzziness across the lines and everything, and it just makes things harder. Whereas if you were to use, yeah, if you were to go back and forth between these two, they just don't, it doesn't hold the same like quality as if you were to do that. The Midnight Gym takes over the Pokemon landscape. I think I like this one. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Is that what it's called? I also like this one, just as a base wallpaper. That's a pretty decent one as well. Interesting. Oh, I don't know for certain as to what it's supposed to be. It's got a lot of views and downloads, so looks not too bad. Yep. I don't know if you knew this. So this is an overlay for Pokemon. It's sort of. So this is the same way I made the. It's not as intuitive as I was hoping it would be. It's the same as the one that I made. Hopefully it'll show here in a second. Yeah. Yeah, so this one is made that way. So like I take an initial image and then I cut holes in it to fit things in between, and I have a foreground and a background, and then everything that goes in between is what I use to produce content. So like I have the game capture, my badges, my Pokemon, all on a layer in between the background and the foreground, and so when nothing shows in the foreground or nothing is in between, you can see the background, which is the same image as what it is on top, so you don't get this disconnect of, oh, it's just a different image, and that's kind of weird. You get the same image, and so for like the Pokemon, how they're usually on a transparent plate, you can see the background behind them, and so you don't want the disconnect of, oh, it's an entirely different image. And so I take this image and I cut holes in it, and I do things like that. We want 100 by 100. And then we're gonna make a hexagon. We're gonna hopefully make squares. I think I've tried doing this before. Yeah, I did this with... do I want Pokemon on my overlay? Do I want my Pokemon that I'm currently playing with on my overlay? The other option I can do is I can do like a deep purple and actually make that purple a wee bit darker. And almost a lavender, maybe? like that. We take this tool and we can do that as an overlay over top of it, and then cut holes in this, and then you see this image in the background. But I don't know if that would work out as well. It's hard to say. I don't know. I think a border on this might actually do it some good as well. Maybe. I guess if I was on the right scene. There we go. So we do a slight color gradient, so we get our two colors that we like, and we kind of add a gradient of some sort. And we cut holes out of this and put it onto this, but I'm not entirely certain. I don't know. I feel like this is the hard part. And the other thing that we can do is we can actually get like snippets of this type of texture, or this color wave, where we do a gradient of darker to a lighter color. And what we can do is we can set up a a 16 width border, and we can set this to whatever size we want, and we grab our handy dandy wand, and then we go and now it is the gradient. So we have it's a two-tone gradient, which I kind of like doing that, and I don't know if I'm going to do a purpley aesthetic or if we're going to continue with something different. I'm not entirely certain. Add layers to this now. Do I want the game capture to be massive? I know I no longer need badges because I'm well and far enough past the point of the story, and actually do this. I'm curious to see what other people do. It's an interesting concept. Yeah, that's another idea. Cool idea is that you just have the game go on in the background of something like this, and you just fill it out here. This is something I want to do with collab eventually, when we get the idea, or when we get to the point where he can actually stream again. Yeah, and other people just do a plain background, like a plain color background, so I guess it doesn't work that bad. I don't know, I might just stick with a plain color background and go with the different that's the other thing I want to try and do, is one of these days do names and levels of Pokemon. The problem is I can't do that during a stream. I have to do that in like if I'm doing videos, which I'm hopefully gonna do. Let's try it based a plain color and see what we can get with that. We want this color and another color from it's almost like a greenish.
I can't pretend that I don't feel overwhelmed by now, and I pray that soon we'll breathe alright.
I kind of like that. And that kind of matches my the channel cover. What's up? Walking. You're a junior now? Oh my god. I feel so old. I graduated high school in 2015. So. Oh, goodness. Locking, I need help. Bro, I don't know. Like, I'm tempted to use this image because this image looks really nice. I like it. I definitely want it as a wallpaper. And I might just save it as a wallpaper and use this idea. And just go kind of simple. I do really wish I had a way of doing like what other people do when they're like shiny hunting. They have the previous Pokemon that they were shiny hunting, then the current one that they're shiny hunting, and then the number, which is a little bit harder to do, and I'm not entirely certain of how to do that. Like, I know how to, it's mostly done on Streamlabs as you set up a ticker or whatever. But it's not as fun. I actually think that this would be really cool to do this. As an opposite gradient. Yeah, no, dude, it's really close to AD, man. You think the image itself, this one, looks good? Sorry, this stream is a little delayed and I don't know exactly why. So I have to kind of like wait for things to be... I mean, normal latency is all, it's on normal latency. I don't know why it's so delayed. My problem is if I use an image, I don't know, I feel like it's somewhat abrupt of like a edging, and I feel like it needs a border, and if it needs a if I do a border, then I put in borders for like where the game capture is gonna go and everything like that, and then it just feels like it clutters up too much. Whereas if I do something like this, I'm less likely to get trapped in the idea of everything needs a border, and the abrupt like cutout of this would be fine. So I don't know. I'm kind of like I don't know. I have a hard time, like, this is why it takes so long for me to do to make like Pokemon content, or like try and do something new, like earlier I don't know, it's just so weird. Like, I have ideas to do Pokemon Emerald, but with Diamond and Pearl coming out, it's kind of a moot point. And then I have like Soul Silver. Like, it took me forever to do this, which is another thing, is like I haven't started doing Soul Silver, mostly because emulating it is a pain in the ass, because I want to separate them so that it's not just one block, just one right above the other. I want it to be kind of separated, like you see in basically everybody else's overlays. So it's really difficult for me to like make a decision, because I'm really indecisive. I'll sit here with like the idea of doing this, where I do a color-based background, and I'll cut out what I want to do, which I think would be like, what would be really cool is if I incorporated my banner, the way my banner is set up. I actually think that that's what I want to do, is because my banner is like this telephone wire that my penguin is hanging from, and so like the bottom of the screen can be like the telephone wire hanging, and it kind of like does this little small arch with the telephone poles, and then penguin hanging from that, and then like above that is the image, or is the game capture with all of my normal stuff, which I don't know. I think that's like it's a really interesting concept, and getting it done in practice is the part that's like, okay, I need to now like work out how I'm gonna do that, you know? No, that needs to be black. And we're gonna go, actually, we're gonna go across it the entire way, and we're gonna start up a little bit higher. Maybe right there, yeah. File open. Do I still have? I do still have it. Yeah, this is my banner currently. And so, oh, it's actually a deeper blue. I think that this is fine. I don't think that it being that blue is really necessary. But what I can do is I can take this guy, which I have to like remarkably say my brother did a fantastic job. Look at him. Look at him. But we take this and we do that, and we get around the paw, or the flippers a little bit, like that. I saw chat move. Bang. That's Buns. Eraser. Oh, I was talking about doing emotes one day, and I had one made by a friend a long while back. Let me see if I can find it real fast. I think you guys have seen it in the Discord. Bing champ. I actually think that turning this into an emote would be really hilarious too. But I'm not sure how I would do it. Not quite yet, at least. But, download. Where did it go? Okay, where'd you save to? Save image. Okay, that's weird. Okay, that's annoying, but either way. There we go. It's a Papangu. We just make it a little bit more stout and bada bing, bada boom, emote. Yeah, it was a stretch Pangu, Papangu. I really want to figure out how to do emotes on YouTube, and I don't know how to. I don't know if I can just yet, or if they even have that available. But yeah, that's what I wanted to do. You need to get 100k subs, I think. Okay. Well, the only way I'm gonna get that is if you guys help, because we all know that I don't do this nearly enough to... Oh, there are other prerequisites? Oof. I know for monetization, I need 1,000 subs and 70 like publicly watched hours. Because I was looking at that the other day. Like that in particular would be really interesting to hit at some point. Actually, we're going to delete that, and we're gonna add a layer to that. gonna do. Let's see here. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of doing the risky penguin in cursive across the top as the top border, but I'm not sure. Keep canvas size. Holy mackerel. Walking, should I put my Pokemon on the bottom where they have always been, is just across the bottom row or whatever, or should I just forego Pokemon? I feel like Pokemon just turn out to be a little bit more of a pain because I spent so much time resetting them back to be Pokemon. You say yes. Okay. The hard part with Pokemon, though, and this isn't me trying to talk you out of it, is they go into a shape and let me actually see if I can pull this up here. Make this a little bit easier to see. So they go into a shape and you move them into the square, and actually I can do this. And so this is what it looks like underneath the overlay, the foreground. And so you can see how easily it is that certain Pokemon can overlap the other with relative ease, and it makes it sort of difficult because a lot of Pokemon's models are huge. So, I don't know. I definitely don't need this. And if I do this again, I might space it out just a little bit. So I think that's the one that changes it. Yeah, that was what I was doing. What shape do I do then? Because I know I have to space it out just a little bit. Go away. I get it. I totally get it. Yes, I know. I feel like this penguin should have been a little bit bigger. I guess yeah, I can crop them on, but the hard part, like, it's not really a hard part. It's more of I'm lazy as hell. Like, I went through and I spent so much time. Your processor alone is. Oh shoot, you upgraded. Okay, I see now. I did as well, but I think I've already covered this in a stream, or at least in something. Is I upgraded my PC, so now I have 32 gigs of RAM, and a new processor. I could barely run Minecraft before now, and oh, and now it can chug. That's great. I do really want to do more Minecraft at some point, but right now I'm having a hard time managing, I guess. I don't know. What was I saying before then? Oh, yeah. I have every Pokemon saved. A good chunk of them, actually. No, actually, I did get through all of them. Yeah, this is my problem. Your Elgato finally works? Oh, that's sick. My issue with mine was I was having issues where, it was because I had a second, NVMe SSD in my computer, and so it was killing the bottom half of my PCIe slots, so I couldn't use I couldn't figure out why my capture card wasn't working, and over time I finally figured out, hey, it's because I have a second NVMe SSD in the bottom of my board, so now I had to take that out, and so now I have less storage. I really need to get a riser card though. You don't have a USB 3? Ooh. Yeah, that's buns. But yeah, no, this is why, like, I have a hard time. Like, I guess I can go through and crop these as I find necessary. Granted, Sword and Shield don't have half of these Pokemon in it, but it's still like I have to go through and recrop all of these Pokemon to be appropriate sizes to fit into it, and then in the future, using Pokemon is kind of difficult because that is. Oh, you didn't have. Okay, cool. Oh shoot! Did you see any of my messages on Discord? On the Discord? I'm trying to find a yeah, I guess I can. Yeah, I can crop them live, but my problem with cropping them live is it takes me time to do that. Like, all of this is purely like me complaining about like being a streamer and having to do things, but like that's kind of the point, is like doing. And do I save them specifically for what series I'm working on? Do I just create a new file? So like let's say I caught a Krogunk and I needed him to I hate how that open with paint.net. And let's say like he's too tall or something, and I do and I only want like that much of him or something. Which all of this I could do, and just crop the Pokemon and throw it in, and then I save that cropped image in a file for that game or for that specific series that I'm doing. I think that's what I might do, is just crop it live, because I don't see an issue with, like, that's a good point, is I can just crop it live, and then when I do have it cropped, I can just make a new folder for the specific series I'm currently playing. That way, like, any Pokemon that I crop. Okay, if you are ever interested in it, I can basically guarantee a 5-star Ditto raid whenever. And I'm thinking of getting the family pass for Nintendo Online, so that I can have a second account to where I can play the game in Japanese and get Japanese Dittos. Because you can basically guarantee any region Pokemon without actually, like, having that region game, because they no longer, like, they go off of the language of the game, not just the region the game was released in. So you can guarantee Japanese Dittos for anybody and everybody who wants them, just by playing the game in Japanese. Oh, so do I. Let me actually pull up my game real fast. I'm actually working on a sort of a project, which I think is hilarious, because it's a stupid project and I don't need to do it, but it helps. Plus a German Ditto. I have a Japanese Ditto. I got really lucky and got a 5 IV Japanese Ditto, and I was super excited. I think I got it on stream too, and I was like, this is going in the daycare right then. No. Don't mind me, I bought the expansion. No, I didn't. Oh, that's right. I reorganized this box. So these are all of my Dittos, and they're all different natures. And so what I'm trying to do is get a 4 or 5 IV Ditto in all natures. That way, anytime I need to breed a competitive Pokemon, I can guarantee natures and just go from there. So what I'll do is I'll give the Everstone to Ditto first. Have Ditto breed up a few of the Pokemon that I'm trying to breed, and then that'll guarantee the nature, and then I just switch the Ditto and the Pokemon in there with it to the nature and Destiny Knot and all that, and I guarantee the natures of the Pokemon that I'm breeding. No, I'm super stoked about something. I have now 2 perfect IV Pokemon with the correct nature. Granted, this Pokemon does not technically have the correct nature. I used a Jolly Mint on it to give it the nature that it needs. So, like, you can see that all of these guys have the same nature based on this over here, and I'm super stoked. You hate Cinderace? So I actually have, and this is my pride and joy. I think it's actually faster to go the other way. She's my baby, and I love her. A perfect IV Gardevoir with the correct nature. The only thing it doesn't have is the ability which it needed the ability Trace, but in all seriousness, I don't think that that matters all that much. Competitively, it mocks you. I'm sorry, bud. So yeah, I have a competitive Gardevoir as well, who has been perfectly IV and IV bred and EV trained, which I have to complain. What? Bro, what? What are you bruhing? Oh, were you broing all of the hundreds, literal hundreds of score bunnies I had to breed just to get one perfect and two relatively close? This is actually a thought experiment. I'm trying to see stat differences based on like the IVs and see how actual different Pokemon are. And I'm also gonna, like, I needed 3 Cinderaces basically. The perfect stat in nature. That's why I'm doing this Ditto thing, to get all of the natures for Ditto. So all of my Dittos, I want a Ditto with 4 or 5 IVs, preferably 5, just because it makes it easier. Mass score bunny production. Yeah, no, it's nuts. It was nuts. I was so mad. It took me like 6 days to get like relatively close. And then when I finally hit a score bunny with Libero and perfect IVs, but it didn't have the right nature, I was super mad. I'm all over the place. This is why I get distracted too. Is I get talking. This is why I want to do Pokemon content, because I thoroughly can sit here and have a conversation for several hours and it would be fun. Like I would have no problem if it weren't for the fact that I do actually have to leave in like 35-ish minutes. I would genuinely sit here and talk up a storm. Just because of how fun or how much I love Pokemon. That, and the other thing with this is you also have to remember, like the perfect IVs and perfect nature, like there's ways that you guarantee the nature of a Pokemon. There's ways that you guarantee that 5 of the stats from a Pokemon are like perfect or almost perfect or like relatively close. Like there's ways that you can make this process super easy. It's just a matter of like actively making the swaps that you need to be able to do it. The other thing is I didn't catch it. I was given it when I did the Ditto mission on the whatchamacallit island. I got a perfect IV Ditto, or not Ditto, Diglett, which I was like flabbergasted, because that blew me away, because this was given to me by the NPC, and usually people like soft reset their game when something like this happens, or when they receive a Pokemon, to try and get a shiny, or to try and get like perfect IVs, or in some cases try and get a perfect IV and a shiny, which is incredibly hard. And I hate doing wonder trades on this game, because of all of the wonder trades I've done, this is the Pokemon that I can only assume are legit and in a Pokeball, which is my prerequisite. I've released, like, I don't know, I did breeding for oh, and these guys over here as well are the only ones that I can tell are actually legit. I released, I don't know how many Pokemon. Granted, a lot of them were because they weren't in a regular Pokeball. Mostly because I don't like not having all of my Pokemon in Pokeballs. As all of my Pokemon have always been in Pokeballs. But either way, that was the fun of my Pokemon. Now, back to this overlay. So I think that you had a point. I can just crop them live, and then I'll create a separate file for when I'm creating content for a specific series. So I'll probably do that, and then what I might do is I don't know how I want to do the remainder of this. I guess the next thing I need to do is focus on making the shapes that the Pokemon will be in. I don't know what shape I want to make them in, or to put Pokemon in. I was thinking an octagon, because I can do like a semi-rotate, like semicircle of stuff, but I was like, well, I could do that in hexagons, and I was like, wait, I tried doing that in hexagons. It's a pain in the butt. Learn from me, don't do it. It's so bad. Let's try hexagons, and we're gonna go back to the new 100 enter. This. Oh, no, not 1600, 12. Let's see here. And we want to yeah, I think that is as close to a Alright, knowing that, we're gonna take this and go all delete. I think what I need to do actually is make this an odd number, so we're gonna go 13, just so it's a base 1 center, I think. Maybe? I don't know. The other option I have is I can do those. And I think the further away I don't know. I don't know. This is also the hard part, is I don't know what shape to do, because I can do shapes like this and interlock them in a different way. And interlock them like where the arrow this point is on either side, and just flip this shape over and over and over. I don't know. Let's try that actually. I'm gonna add a where. And we can resize this here in a minute, because this is the 100 by 100 is probably too small. I actually have an idea. We're gonna do 250 by 250. And delete that, and we're gonna go back to the hexagon. Is 250 too big though? Yeah, no, 250 is definitely too big. So we'll Control A. Delete. R. 150. Okay, that is much better. So we do this, and we take this whole thing, and we open up a new project, and we paste this in, add a layer, paste it in again, and we transition this to 6, 7, 8. Actually, no, we gotta go off the diagonal, don't we? Yeah.
On fire, time to call for help. I just can't stop myself away.
See you later, Locking. I appreciate you coming out. I'm gonna try and do more of these live streams. But I have a hard time. The other option I do is that I open this up by removing that black line and run the black line against the bottom of it. A little bit better. And then we take this puppy, this tool. I think. We'll go this tool, we'll go hexagon, we'll go rectangle. There's a lot of dead space down here. I think this black bar needs to be lower and only span the bottom of the... Yeah. And in order to preserve some of our progress that we are going to be removing, do I like this one more than I like this one? Let's go to this one. actually got a really good idea. And that is to take this side and put this in the corner, and this purple stream is the edge. I think that might actually work. I think, despite it being super quiet for the last, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, I was kind of in the zone. I think this is, like, it's not great. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I used a lot of the stuff that I used in I don't know. I feel like this is it. It could use a little bit of work, and I don't know what it needs. So I'm not entirely certain. But I think this is generally the general idea of what this is. Is that it's done. This is what we're gonna go with. I'm gonna go ahead and finish most of this stuff off stream, mostly for the fact that I need to go. I need to pick up my girlfriend from work. So this is going to be the end of today's live stream. I plan on doing more of these here in the near future. So if you guys are not already, go ahead and subscribe with the notification bell on. It'll help you keep in touch and keep an idea of when I go live, because it is kind of a sporadic thing. I don't have a set schedule. I'm going to try and get a set schedule for you in the near future, but for right now, this is what we've got. I'm gonna see if I can get some of these lines cleaned up and get this figured out. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Until the next time, guys, don't forget to stay frosty, and remember, like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks again for watching.